Good morning and welcome to the Ellon Academy Virtual Assembly for the week beginning 7th of September. Just for your awareness and also for your parents' awareness, because they will potentially watch this assembly when we publish it on Facebook. So I wanted to update you on what the staff have been working on since we returned to school on the 12th of August. So the huge amount of time that's been spent on updating risk assessments as things change nationally and locally. A lot of time has been spent looking at these risk assessments. We're on version 4 as are other schools, and we're looking at faculty risk assessments and making sure they're up to date as well. A lot of time has been spent discussing and implementing all of the guidelines that come to us on a frequent basis from the Scottish Government. And also we've been looking at S6 study and how to make that as productive as possible, and our new contracts for our pupils returning to school for senior phase. We're also been looking into getting our blazers sorted out for our S6 pupils. And there's some great developments going on in our school library as we're looking at digital bookshelves and re-establishing the homework club to support pupils and access to ICT and technology. We're looking as a staff, as a teaching staff, about the assessments that we will be doing and how we gather evidence to future-proof pupils' progress in light of the situation that we find ourselves in terms of COVID-19. And that's a really important part of the recovery process as we come back to school and as we assess the learning of each individual pupil, and seeing how everybody is getting on and progressing towards targets. We're looking at our tracking, monitoring and reporting, bearing in mind that some pupils in Term 4 weren't able to get a school report as they would have normally done. So we have got a strategy going forward for that, and that will be communicated to you and to your parents. We've looked at what we've learned from digital learning and using ICT and technology in learning, and what we are moving forward in terms of Google Classroom, Google Guardian, which is for parents, and Google Meet in terms of video conferencing lessons. This is all part of a plan to build on the excellent work and development that staff have been able to do during the lockdown when everyone was working from home. We're at the next steps in reviewing our digital learning and hopefully getting nearer towards the point where we'll be able to encourage young people to bring their own device to school. Lots of hurdles to overcome, but we're working very hard to get there. We've also been looking at what the prelims will look like for S4, 5 and 6 going forward next year, bearing in mind the mitigations that are still in place. So the word integrity is one of our school values, and we've used this quite a lot since we have returned. And Mr. McLaughlin puts it very succinctly: it's doing the right thing when no one is watching, making the right choices. And the things that we have been impressing upon our young people is the importance of picking up your own litter. Too many young people walk away from their own litter and rubbish, and that really is not acceptable. And it makes it very hard for our cleaners who are coming in to the school during lunchtime and doing additional work, and they can't actually do the thorough cleaning that they need to do if they've got litter to pick up first. It's absolutely not their job. We're reminding pupils about the integrity of wearing face coverings for their own protection, but also to protect others round about you. And doing the right thing when you think a teacher isn't looking is to wear your face covering in the areas and at the times you should be. A lot of young people show their absolute perfect conduct as they go about their business in and out of school, and we should be proud of them, and we are, and also their parents are proud of them too. But some pupils, a very small minority, let us down in their conduct out with the school. And they, I asked the question of many young people: would they act in that manner if their parent was with them, or if a member of staff was in the vicinity? Now, we can't be with young people 24/7, and neither can parents, so we have to trust young people to act with integrity when they're in the community. Again, the bike incidents are decreasing, but there are still one or two young people who continue to cycle unsafely, and we will be dealing with that as well. Break and lunchtime is really important, that young people shouldn't be lapping round about the school. Show integrity by sticking to the safety measures we have put in place, that you should remain in your year group area at break and lunchtime. Also thinking about respect, particularly in COVID times, that we need to respect and be aware of how other people might be feeling, particularly adults, and some young people seem to be operating as business as normal. Not all, because we are hugely encouraged by the young people who were well enough and able enough to wear face coverings from Monday of last week. But some people, particularly some staff, are feeling anxious, scared, upset and worried about their own health and the health of others, and potentially bringing the virus into their families because they are back in the workplace. And we really have to bear that in mind and respect the adults round about us, and have in the back of your minds that they may be worried about the current situation. So you should be making every effort to socially distance from adults and to wear your face coverings. So I've had a conversation with the canteen staff, and they want me to remind everybody to wear their face coverings in the canteen, in the queues, and when they are picking up their food at the different food distribution stations. This week it's third years who will be out early for lunch, and as we said last week, the stairs at the end of the day, all the stairs can be downwards going stairs to relieve the pressure and the bottleneck as people are trying to all come down the same set of steps. The grassy areas are out of bounds, as we spoke to last week, and please make sure that you're wearing your helmet and your bikes are locked up with the lockable equipment that you need to secure your bikes in the bike racks. So all that remains to say this morning is, please be respectful of others, be kind to others in your thoughts and deeds, and stay safe while you're in school and in the community and in your homes. Thank you.